Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'm gonna show you how to make a phone holder for the C7 Corvette. If you notice, there is no good places to actually put a phone holder here in a C7 Corvette. They do make an aftermarket cup holder, phone holder that you can put inside of the slots on a cup holder. The only problem is that it takes up one of the cup holder slots. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a removable phone holder for the C7 Corvette. And you can also use this same application to put in other Corvettes and other vehicles as well. So stay tuned to this video and I'm going to show you how I made a removable phone holder for the C7 Corvette. So let's get started. And I'm actually going to take parts from two different mounts to make one perfect mount. So what we're going to use here in this video, this is called the Magnetic Go, and it's made by Mob Armor, the Magnetic Go. And we're going to open this thing up and I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to be using out of this kit. We're not going to use everything, but we're going to use a couple of things out of this kit. Okay, and this thing is actually a magnet on both sides. So we're going to open up the kit. It comes with some heavy duty wipes. Product instructions, which we're not going to use. Application instructions, which we're not going to use. Comes with the alcohol prep pad, which we can use that. And it comes with the magnet. And on the other side of the magnet is a 3M tape. So wherever you stick this stick-on magnet, you can attach the phone. So we're definitely going to use this. And this is actually another magnetic surface. So we have the double-sided magnet. We have the 3M magnetic surface. And we have a flat magnetic surface. Also, we're going to open up this Listen phone accessories. Open this thing up. So we're going to take accessories from two different mounts to make the perfect phone mount. And some of this stuff we're not even going to use. It's just some extra things that came in that kit, which we're not probably going to use. And keep in mind, this is the first time that I've done this for this particular vehicle. And this is the actual phone holder itself. Okay, and this is a plastic piece that we're not going to use. And that's the thing about when you purchase some of these kits, you don't use everything that's in the kit. So one of the things I like about this Listen phone holder or license phone holder is that it has this magnetic Mag 4 mount, and it'll stick to the phone and it holds it real well. So we're going to use this particular mount along with these magnets. On the listen or license phone holder, it actually has some 3M tape. So I want to make this thing removable. You can make it a permanent mount where you never take it off, but I want to make this thing removable. So we're going to have to make a little bit of modifications and adjustments. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to expose the magnet that is on this mount. And keep in mind, this is the first time that I've done this particular mount for the C7 Corvette. And in the center, it has a Allen screw. So we need to take a small Allen, take out that screw to release this magnet. So I'm going to use this 2.5 millimeter Allen to remove that little Allen screw in the center. I just want to hold this thing to take out this screw here in the center. This thing is on nice and tight. And instead of using this 3M tape for a permanent mount, we're going to tape the mount to the magnet, and then we can stick the magnet onto the magnetic surface that we place in the vehicle. Next, I'm going to take a heat gun, and I want to heat up this magnet surface just a little bit because I want this adhesive to actually stick. Now, you don't have to use a heat gun. You could actually use a hair dryer. And I'm just doing this just to make the adhesive just bond a little bit better when I apply the holder to the magnet. So now that I've taken a little bit of heat, I'm going to take this magnet and I'm going to stick this thing onto the magnet. I want this thing to kind of get dead center. Just want to press and hold that magnet onto that 3M tape, and you want to hold that for about a minute. Make sure it's nice and tight. Then you can take the rubber that came off of the magnet, and now you want to cover up the magnet. And now you have a magnetic surface that when you place this in the vehicle, you could actually remove it and it won't be permanent. If you don't use the magnet and you just use that 3M tape, then this thing is going to be a permanent mount. But for this application, we're just making it removable. So just apply some pressure. And the thing about this particular mount that I like is that it actually rotates. So it rotates here at the base. The magnet is stationary, but the base rotates. So it rotates at the base, and then it swivels up and down, and then you have two swivel points. You want to peel that adhesive, and you can put this thing right here near the knob where it's nice and flat. It won't stick on this side because of the material, and it's rounded, so it's not going to work on that side. But I find that the best place to put this is right by the knob. You want to clean this area with some alcohol. You can take a hair dryer or a heat gun and just kind of warm this surface up, and it'll help the adhesive stick better. I can take the mount where I attach the magnet, and I'm going to put this thing. Wow, look how it just sat on that magnet. And you want to make sure this thing sit for about 24 hours before you actually put your phone on the mount. You want to make sure that because this magnet is very strong. Once you set it there, it does not want to come off. Okay. So put this thing right on that surface. Just like that. And now this thing actually rotates up, down, you can rotate it. And with this mount, so it's a perfect spot, but this thing is actually rotating. So we need to figure out a way to make this thing not rotate. So my plan is to take the little screw that came out of the magnet holder. We're going to take that little screw and I'm going to put it through the back side of the phone holder and try to keep this knob from rotating. If the holder is sitting flat, then you don't have to worry about it turning. But since the Corvette is mounted on the side, since we're going to have the phone holder mounted on the side, the weight of the phone will try to push the mount down. So I'm going to take the little screw that came inside of the magnet holder. I'm going to drill a hole here in the top, and I'm going to use that same screw to see if I can keep this base from rotating around. And you can see how deep the screw actually goes. I just want to get it started, and hopefully this actually works. Nothing beats a failure but a try. So I'm going to go here in the center, start me a hole. This is the way that thing looks on the inside. So what I've learned about this particular setup, the snag that I ran into, is that once I took the phone holder out of the packaging and I taped it onto the magnet, the base would turn. Now, if the base was sitting in the automobile flat, then it wouldn't matter because it wouldn't turn right to left. But since in the Corvette it's being mounted on its side, the weight of the phone is pushing the mount down because it swivels at the base. So what I basically had to do, and I'm going to remove that rubber boot to expose the magnet. I basically had to take a pry tool and I pretty much had to pry the swivel backing off of the phone holder. Once I removed it, the BBs fell out, and basically I needed to drill a hole to mount that magnet to the base and to keep it from swiveling. So basically I took a small bolt, I took a small nut and a small bolt, and I ran it through the center of the phone holder, and I attached the nut at the bottom. So now I can cover this thing with this particular cover, and you can't even tell that I drilled it. I used the drill punch to get it started in a small drill. Okay, so I tightened down the nut a little bit more, and let's see if this is going to hold. Oh yeah, that's not going anywhere now. Look at that. And now that thing has looked very professional. It actually looked like it was made for the vehicle. I can adjust it up or down, right or left. And this is for the C7. And I can remove this thing if I want to remove it. All I have to do is slide it off. And now I can remove that mount. Let me show you another mount that I actually use. This is called the Mob Armor. And on the back, I have the claws. So I just open it up with this turn knob, put it over the handle, and tighten this thing down. As you guys can see, it actually centers on that magnet. And now I can take my phone, put it inside of this phone mount, and now I can swivel this thing around and adjust it. I can take my bigger phone, and I can also mount it here on the front, turn this little screw in the back to tighten this thing down, and it's not going anywhere. And it looks like it was actually made for the vehicle. So I'm going to include a link in the description of the video of all the parts that I use here to put this mount inside of the C7 Corvette. So which mount do you like better? Do you prefer this Mob Armor mount with the claws? Remove that. Or do you prefer my stick-on MagSafe mount, where I just put my phone up there and sit it on that mount like that? Which one do you like better? I want all you guys to chime in on this video and let me know what you think about this modified mount that I made for the C7 Corvette. Which one you actually prefer? Be sure to put it down in the comment section below. This thing is on her good.